Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, oh, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them up, Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Man, oh man, got a radio show. Yeah, I do. God's so big to me, man. I just have to tell you about it. I can't help it. It's rather obvious to me how big, how good God is. He's absolutely tremendous. He's off the chain. He on one. He be clowning. He be just showing out. Man, I'm just over here just on the receiving end. You know, if you out there, start your mission today. Start your mission today. What are you waiting for? Why do we as people delay what we want or delay the process to begin what we want, our hopes, our dreams, our desires? Why won't you start your mission today? Why don't we all decide together, that just individually, look, you listening, you got something that you've been dreaming about. You got an ambition of yours that's not yet fulfilled. You got goals you haven't accomplished yet. Everybody has them. Everybody's got them. Everybody's got something that's on the table that they haven't yet attacked yet. What are you waiting for? Start your mission today. Stop the procrastination now. The procrastination is only hurting you, yourself. And if you allow procrastination to set in, then that allows then, which is a weakness, but that allows the devil then to just really do his thing. Because an idle mind is the devil's playground. So if you ain't working on your goals, dreams, aspirations, or visions, you just waking up seeing how today gonna go, or the devil, he got plenty for you to do. The thing about God is he's so forgiving that if you get out of line, he'll hold your place. See, that's the real cool thing. But see, the thing with God is God don't do that. God don't say the line start back here. God holds your place. When you make a mistake and you fall off the line, God holds your place. But if you ain't got no dreams, aspiration, if you ain't got no place, what he holding for you? See, I mean, he got a place for you, but you got to come to him. See, some people, here's what I'm saying. If you got a goal, an aspiration, a dream, and you fall off track momentarily, you can get back to that. Because God knows where you left off. Now, you may have to accomplish a few more things since you stopped for a long period of time, but God knows where you left off. You can get back on track. Look, man, this dream of being on TV since I was a kid, it got off track now. It got off track. I just kept it as one of the dreams. And in some real dark moments when it looked like it wasn't going to happen, all I was hanging on to was just a hope that one day it could. But that's what faith is really about. Faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. But faith gives you the confidence to keep hoping, man. Sometimes it just keep hope alive. Sometimes, you heard Jesse Jackson say it, just keep hope alive. Sometimes, man, it's just the hope. I was hanging on a hope. And I'm talking about when it got real ugly and funky out there for me. When it looked like I wasn't going to ever make it. And all of the facts was in and everything pointed in the direction you're not going to make it. You done really messed up this time. Then I sat there and I just hung on to the hope. But man, that's what I'm saying. If you got a dream or an aspiration or vision or something, when you fall off track and you want to go get back in line, God holds your place. See, he held on to that for me. He knew I was off track and out of line, but he said, okay, here's where we stopped. You want to be on TV. Now, when you get it together and you quit tripping and you come and you turn to me, I'm going to hold your place, put you back in line, then we go and finish the journey. That took me a lot longer to get here than I wanted to, but then it was necessary because I needed all of them mishaps to happen to me along the way. So when I got on the radio one day, which I did not see coming, Steve Harvey got a radio show, y'all. That's why I say it every day. See, because of this radio show that I didn't see coming, now I have stories to tell. I got experiences to share. And I can tell you about me better than I can tell you about anybody. And I done been through enough where it's relatable, where enough people can go, man, that happened to me. Appreciate you saying that. That's what it was for. See, I get it now. See, at the time, though, I didn't like what was happening to me. At the time, I was really in total disagreement with God on a lot of stuff he was pulling off on me. But in essence, I was really pulling it off on myself. But through his grace and mercy, he kept me through all of my mistakes, all my bad decisions, all my miscalculations, all my misfires, all the times I knowingly stepped out there and did wrong. He forgave me. He said, because, man, if you ever come to me, I have a plan for you that is going to be far and above. It will supersede everything you've ever dreamed of. That's what I did. I just got sick of me, good and sick of me. And I turned it over to God. And then God started working. And here I am today. Now, is he through with me yet? Nope. Have I arrived yet? Nope. But guess what? The journey is cool. You know, it's like I was talking to this young brother the other day about comedy. He's a really good stand-up, you know, this young dude is really good. He said, man, what is this I feel every night before I go on stage? I don't know what it is. I just want it off me. I said, sir, listen to me, young dude. This thing that climbs on my back every night before I go on stage, I don't know what it is. It's got something to do with pressure. It's got something to do with anticipation. It's got a whole lot to do with the fear of falling. He said, what you mean by that? I said, every night I walk out on stage, it's like I'm about to go and step off a cliff. I said, it's a sickening feeling. He said, man, but you do so well. I said, that's because the parachute opens. I say, but I want you to understand something. When I first walk out there, it's just stepping off the cliff. Now, these jokes provide a parachute, which slows my descent when I jump off the cliff. And I turn it into a glide. And then I take the audience this way, and I swing them back over to that way. We might swing out to the Colorado Rockies. We may go down to Miami with this joke. We may take it on out to L.A. And I just swing back and forth till I land softly. The crowd cheers. The night is over with. I said, but it's been too many nights, though, when I walked off that cliff and I pulled the cord and the parachute didn't open. I said, nah, I'm just free falling out there for 30 minutes. Ain't no jokes working, ain't the parachute didn't open. I said, so see, that's what it's like for me. And then you know what I found out? If you done walked off the cliff in life and you ain't got no God in your life, it's like not having a parachute. You step off the cliff and you just free falling. Now see, now that fall gets you closer to the grave, right? See, we all heading to the grave from the moment we're born. But the cool thing about a relationship with God is when you step off the cliff and you got God, he a parachute. You still going down, but it's a nice ride. And God just helps your descent appear more like a rise and more like a euphoric fall, instead of not having no God in your life and you just walking off that cliff every day, free falling, ain't got no cord, you steady pulling, you hollering the whole way because you done messed around with yourself and ain't let God come into your life and provide a parachute for you. I would rather have a parachute since I got to jump every day than to not have one. God has been like a parachute for me. Ask me where that came from, I can't tell you. But like I always say, most good things that happen in my life that I can't explain, it's usually him.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, Steve Harvey Morning Show in your mouth.
Do it, Junior.
Shirley Strawberry, what's up,
Hey,
girl?
Steve, how you doing? Looking real good today.
Carla Ferrer.
Good morning. What's happening,
Feeling like the
Steve?
money is here. Oh, Junior.
I said morning up, morning up.
Nephew Tommy.
Dog it down in the building.
Happy holidays, everybody.
It's there. I feel it. Do you feel it?
I feel it.
Do you feel it?
Why don't you put that Christmas tree up?
Yep. Oh, where the Christmas tree picture?
Why are you so loud?
I'm sorry, I was loud with that. I've been wanting to see
You don't want
his
him to
picture.
see
Pull
it?
my ears out.
It ain't nothing to do. I called this off before it got started.
Okay. All right.
You don't want it.
I just wanted to see you.
It ain't gonna be what you think, Tom.
Oh man, I know it's baller. I know.
You've been to the mall. That's it. The same
That's
tree.
that one.
Yeah.
Exact same tree as up.
This one a little shorter this year. This one 20 feet.
That's still tall as all
What?
get out.
Man, if you don't stop,
You need to quit that.
it's somebody turn their little tree over right now. You said that.
No, I kid you not, man.
Yeah, you talking about short.
It stems from my whole childhood, man. I love Christmas. It was my favorite holiday.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
I just thought they just did it up right down at that damn mall. I don't know how they got this big ass tree in here and put these lights on this bad boy, but this cold right
Yeah.
now. Dog, matter of fact, this is the greatest thing I ever seen.
But what a
I don't know
blessing,
why we
though.
can't have this at our house.
Yeah.
What a blessing,
right,
though, to see
Steve.
that as a kid and then actually be able to do it as
Right.
an adult. You know, that's a
Right.
dream come true
It's,
for you,
it
Steve.
is, Shirley.
Yeah.
It's like, man, to be able to do that. Man, I wanted so badly a big tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, my daddy.
Well, you got it now.
Yes, sir.
Yep, it's in there.
Won't he do it?
Hey, man.
He done done it. He done done it.
I love Christmas, too, though. I really do.
What was the ultimate gift you got as a kid that you just that
Oh, my God. An organ,
Man.
it's just
I'm finna cry.
a life-size doll.
A go-kart.
Ooh, you got a go-kart, Junior?
Wow.
Man.
Junior.
Wow, that's big
Yeah.
right there.
That's
Yeah.
major, Junior.
I was driving at 14. I'm out here. I'm tearing these streets up. And it wasn't even street lit. I'm running from police.
A
running to
gallon of
garage.
gas go a long way, though.
Yeah, man. Daddy couldn't cut the yard. I was gone.
What about you, Steve?
Come on,
A red fly wagon with the side rails on it. Woo! Let the hustling begin.
That was your first car.
Hey, Shirley, I didn't let nobody ride in my wagon. We don't play in this.
That was your first car.
I collect pop bottles in this
Yeah.
here. This
Wow.
work wagon.
That
Oh,
was
let's
it.
pull me up the street. Not in this damn wagon.
What about you, nephew?
Big wheel.
Oh, big wheel.
Do you know that little handle on there where you can hook slide with it?
Yeah.
What? What?
Some plastic wheels.
Yes, the plastic. I wore them out.
I know you did.
Wouldn't. All right, well, listen, coming up, we'll continue to talk more about our favorite Christmas memories and holiday traditions and all of that, and we'll hear from Steve, of course. 32 minutes after the hour is when we'll be back right after this.
Junior got a go-kart.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, let's talk about some of your favorite Christmas memories. and your favorite holiday tradition. I want to ask you. 'Cause
Oh,
you have
mine
such
was
great stories.
like Poe memories. But they was good, though, because I didn't know. No different.
Yeah.
I figured this the way it was.
Right. At everyone's house.
You everybody get a gift.
Uh-huh.
But as you sitting around think you finna open multiple packages. This damn gift, man.
But the tearing off of the wrapping paper,
Man.
though,
Yes,
that's
so exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
We gonna use that paper next year.
Ooh, we had an auntie like
Save
that.
that bow. Save that bow.
I know, and my mom wrapped like the grocery store wrap. That was her thing. She
Gift
loved.
wrapping, huh?
Oh,
She could
gift.
do it,
Oh, yes, she could. It looked just like it did at the department stores. My mom could wrap.
Yeah, man.
Girl, I got
But-
an easy bake oven one year.
Oh yes, Lord, with the light.
If I'd have wrapped it, you'd have knew it. Because everything I wrapped was to the exact shape or whatever it is.
What it was.
You didn't put it in a box
Man, who
with
got
some
me this
tissue
basketball
paper.
goal?
Dog, if you thought it was a truck, that's probably what it was.
What it was obvious.
Remember going over there under the tree and just feeling on the gifts, trying to guess what it was?
Shake them.
Man.
If I wrapped it,
Yeah.
you knew.
Wow,
Bottle
Yeah.
of wine.
I gotta.
Bowling ball. You know exactly what it is.
Look like he gave Elle a baseball glove.
Or I remember when I got a tape recorder one year. Oh my God.
That was always a good
That was the
gift.
Yeah.
beginning of my career right there.
Right.
Tape recorder, yes.
Oh, I got a stereo.
Rewind, fast forward. Yes. Good stuff.
One of my most frightening Christmases was because of that tape recorder right there.
Oh yeah, what happened?
tape-
You know the
somebody?
one where you press play and record?
Play and record.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
right.
And 2
Uh-huh.
fingers to get it done.
Yes.
Yes.
My mama got me mine for Christmas. I took it upstairs and recorded Rudy Ray Moore's Signifying Monkey.
God, dog.
No,
Boy, they
Steve.
have it
No.
on.
Way down in the jungle deep. That signifying monkey damn sure didn't.
Got it
Walk
down.
through the trees and all up in here. That thing, monkey.
Boy,
How old were you, Steve?
I was in elementary school.
he was cussing.
Elementary.
He
You
was
in there
cussing.
10th or 7th, 6th or 7th.
What did you know about Rudy Ray Moore?
Well, my daddy and them used to play it.
Oh, okay.
And I used
man.
to sit on the steps in the hallway and listen to it. Be in the hallway hollering.
Everybody had the albums, man.
But I
Party
memorized
albums.
Yeah.
the whole signifying monkey. And I could sound just like him. So when my mama got it, I went upstairs and I'm recording. Way down in the jungle deep.
Man.
Signifying monkey.
You was
Didn't
looking in the
ever
mirror and
sleep.
everything.
Cussing and everything. I'm talking about cuss
Yeah.
just like
That's when you first love. You fell in love right there.
So everything going good. We go to church that morning. We come back. Couple of Sister Porter and Sister Arbell came over to see my mama.
Arbell.
Wow.
And they was in there in the living room, and I had my recorder on the coffee table because I saw a cookie on the dining room table. I went to get a matter of fact, a Rice Krispie
Treat.
square. And when I came back, my mama had the
Record.
recorder in her lap. My stomach,
Uh-oh.
man.
Uh-oh.
She said, "What did they was all talking about? Sister Harvey, what is that? That's these new recorders that you buy. We bought one for Steve." And I'm just looking at her, man. I said, "Man,
Here come the ass whooping.
man,
Don't hit that
please."
button.
So then this lady, Sister
Lord.
Porter, say, "What's on it?"
Oh,
I said, "This
Sister
apple
Porter.
right here." And my mama pressed play.
Uh-huh.
I opened it up like this. Way down in the jungle deep. That signifying monkey. That didn't ever sleep.
Yeah.
I'm cussing and everything.
Oh, man.
In front of the Sister Porter and Sister
No,
Arbell.
but I mean, it's on the recorder.
Right.
So my mama trying to find the button to cut it off.
Oh, no.
But she can't cut it off. She can't control the volume or nothing. She steady hitting the play button. Well, that's already down.
Oh, my goodness.
And your baby talking. So the lady at the church say, "Ooh, that's Rudy Ray Moore."
Oh, okay.
Oh, she know.
Uh-huh.
So I said, "Okay, that might help a little bit." She say, "But who is it though?"
Oh, who's saying it?
Yeah. Everybody looking at me. I'm just trying to figure out how I can make this recorder disappear.
And make them forget
If
what they
if
heard.
I blink hard enough, if I stay here and look out the window, maybe they won't notice it's me. Man, I was sitting there in trouble. My mama finally cut that thing off. She said, "Boy, Lord Jesus, when your daddy get home."
Oh, no, man.
So they left. My daddy came home. She said, "Slick, listen to what this boy done put on his machine on Christmas." And she pressed play again. Way down in the jungle deep. My daddy say, "Who is that?" My mama say, "That's your son." He said, "Boy." And then my daddy listening to it and he started smiling. Boy, that's you? Yes, sir. I'm just shrinking. I'll tell you the rest of it when we come back.
All right, and the prank phone call coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, before we went to break, Steve, you were telling us a story about when your dad heard you recite Rudy Ray Moore on your brand new
My
Christmas
mama
tape
waited
recorder.
till he come home on Christmas. Look at what your boy's doing.
Yeah.
So she pressed on. Way down in the jungle deep. That blankety blank didn't ever sleep. Walking through trees and swinging in the sand. That black.
You can't say
Hello.
none of it.
So my daddy listened to it.
And he smiled.
He said, "Boy, that's you?"
Uh-oh.
"Yes, sir."
You thought you were in trouble.
He said, "Where your coat at?" "Go get your coat. Come on."
You gotta go outside and get a
somewhere and
whoop.
get an ass.
The cold ass will
Put some miles on the car for this.
I ain't never done that. I'm used to going in the basement. What is the coat?
Right.
He puts me in the car. He get the machine. We back out. We drive right up to Earl's gas station, about 5 minutes from the house. He got walk in Earl there. "Merry Christmas, Slick. What's up, little boy? Merry Christmas." He, "Boy, I got something for y'all."
Proud of
Listen to
his
this
baby.
right here. Tell me who this is. So all the men in there was, "Boy, that Rudy Ray Moore." "No, it ain't. That Steve."
A proud moment.
That's
They
classic.
said, "You lying. Boy, that boy right here. This boy sounds just like Rudy Ray Moore." So Mr. Wells say, "Well, do some of it."
Oh, man. You can't. You thinking about cussing in front of y'all live?
Man, I got to cuss in front of y'all.
Did you do it?
Hell yeah. They like that right there.
Yeah.
Boy, that boy looks just like you drunk.
Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I love it.
My daddy thought it was the greatest thing he heard. Now, he said, "When we get back home, tell your mama we rode and talked about it.
Oh, okay. Well, you did.
And I ain't going to whoop you because it's on Christmas."
Aww.
Oh, so if it had been a 26, you'd have got toe up in there.
Well, he didn't want to whoop me no way because
That was his
He
favorite
thought it
thing.
was greatness.
he thought that was the greatest thing he
Yeah.
ever seen.
Pure greatness.
You take all that cussing off of that machine. You ain't even, where you done learned these words from?
Right.
Y'all got the album.
You're playing at all the parties.
This album got
Them
the
albums
half
was
neck
good.
album. You don't think I've been looking at this album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Who else you listen to, dog?
Good Christmas memories right there.
Red Fox.
Red Fox. That's
No,
classic.
this country comedian named Jerry Clower.
Jerry Cloud.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we listen to. He's hillbilly.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, yeah, that hillbilly was funny as
Funny.
hell, man.
Funny, man.
See, I was stealing Richard Pryor from my daddy.
Oh, uh-huh.
I was doing Richard and Eddie.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
doing Eddie.
That's like
Yeah.
Delirious was my stand-up special there. When Eddie did Delirious.
Really?
Woo! Man.
Richard Pryor Wanted. That's the one.
Richard Pryor live.
Live on Sunset Strip.
Mhm.
Rip, yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
That was back in the day
That was the
when
thing.
when your parents had parties, and weren't those called party albums or something?
They
Steve?
would play them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
Party albums, so they would play them.
You
know.
couldn't listen. You had to come in there and dance for them, then you had to go in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on
See,
in there
the
and
record
dance
player
for
was right next to the steps leading up to my room, and it was behind the wall.
Oh.
So I sat on the steps.
And listen.
You could hear.
I learned how to cuss, everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
the good old days.
Gus.
Gus.
Gus. Goody Google.
That's Eddie Murphy classic right there, boy. That red leather outfit, that was classic.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man.
for sure.
What was that red leather raw?
That was
that
that
was
was delirious.
Del-
Delirious
yeah.
was the red. Raw was the
Rob
purple.
was a purple
Was
one.
purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, blue.
Raw was perfect.
Leather, all leather.
Raw was raw.
Yeah.
Raw was
yeah,
raw, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, when that fool was doing that fool was doing that doggone buckwheat.
Man.
Oh,
On
yeah.
Saturday Night Live
On
when he got
Saturday
shot?
Night, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
But
man.
we got shot.
That
No,
buckwheat
damn that when he got shot, when he was doing the hits.
Oh,
Buckwheat sees the hit.
Mais. Me nominate. Me nominate you.
3 times a late.
Said you Dwight, me times a lady, me not know you.
What?
I know knew. That boy sang 3 times
I
a lady.
love
I was hollering.
Yeah, he gave us some great laughs. Eddie
Man,
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy
Man.
on Saturday Night Live.
Yes, Velvet Jones.
Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
Yeah, all of
He
that.
answered the door. Who is it?
Hey, this movie's a
The
classic.
absolute best sketch artist.
Man.
Yeah.
That
He
damn
could do
Eddie,
it.
man.
James Brown in that hot tub.
Boy.
Dog.
Man.
He stuck his toe in that top
Man,
tub,
Boy.
G.
Come get in the hot tub. Wait a minute. Hot tub.
Boy.
Boy, that was it, man.
Boy, in the movie Trading Places,
Uh-huh.
Oh
when
man.
what is his name? Valentine.
Oh, Billy
Yeah.
Ray Valentine.
Billy Ray
Billy Ray
Valentine.
Valentine,
Billy
boy,
Ray.
when they finally got him off the street and took him to the house,
Yeah.
and they had him in the back, and he was taking the bath, and they was coming out shutting the door, and he was in there singing.
Yeah.
Boy, when I showed that to my daddy hollered laughed.
Man.
When you think of love, gotta get it on your mind. When you think of love, gotta get it on your mind.
Oh,
I
man.
said, boy,
You used to open this show every day with that
With
song.
that right there.
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I got it from. man.
Oh, man.
Yo. Good memories. That was good.
I tell you, man, that
What's the best? 48 Hours or Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh.
What was 48 Hours about when he was with Nick Nolte?
Oh, yeah, Trading
Places.
Places.
Coming to America.
Come to
was
Coming
the
to America.
Funniest
classic.
comedy movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming to America.
Yeah, it was great. It was.
Because the great.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, Steve, you're going to love this. Kevin Hart, our friend.
Of me.
Are you listening, Steve?
Sexual chocolate.
Are you listening,
Randy
Sexual
Watts.
Sexual
Chocolate?
chocolate.
That's Randy Watson.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, Randy.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
All right, 2019 Oscars just announced their new host. It will be our friend, the one and only Kevin Hart,
Kevin
ladies
Hart,
and gentlemen.
baby.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we come back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, it has been confirmed on Instagram. Kevin Hart says he's hosting the 2019 Academy Awards in February. Kevin shared a photo of the iconic gold statue with a special message to his fans on the IG. For years, I've been asked if I would ever host the Oscars, and my answer was always the same. I said that it would be the opportunity of a lifetime for me as a comedian, and that it will happen when it's supposed to. That's what Kevin wrote in the caption. Kevin also says, I am so happy to say that the day has finally come for me to host the Oscars. I am blown away simply because this has been a goal on my list for a long time. Kevin went on to say, I appreciate the Academy for the opportunity. Now it's time to rise to the occasion. Hashtag Oscars. Yeah.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah,
Congratulations,
that is so
baby.
awesome. The Oscars, of course, will air on February 24th on ABC. Great news, right, Steve?
That's beyond huge.
It is. It really is.
So major.
That's so major. You don't understand. The Oscars is what this is all about.
That's like the ultimate goal.
In their world,
Yeah.
this bigger than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, man.
Yeah.
You're right.
When you out here in L.A.,
Yeah.
the Super Bowl pales in comparison to this. And the Super Bowl is the watched event of the year. But them Oscars, though, dog, they serious about them Oscars.
Yeah.
And they real serious about who hosts.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a real honor to be asked to host that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin
he
Hart,
follows-
baby.
Go,
Glad
Kev.
that ain't on my bucket list. I ain't got to be disappointed.
So it's a long show, and, he has time to prepare, thank God. This is December. Well, not a whole lot, but December, January, February.
Yeah.
He can do it, though.
Oh,
he can pull it off.
man.
I
He can do
believe
it.
he definitely.
Got an amazing team
Yeah.
of people with it,
Yeah.
man. It can be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to
Yeah.
be funny. It'll be great. I
And he
remember
used
when
to call
Chris
on
Rock.
his friends, legends, Chris Rock, Whoopi
Yeah.
Goldberg, Ellen, all that.
Chappelle,
Dave
baby.
Chappelle,
That's who
yeah.
you call.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, you can call him.
Yeah. How about Steve Harvey? Right.
Don't call me. I can't help you with them Oscars.
But you hosted
Get your
big
ass put
live
off TV.
events.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll just try. I can tell you how to not get put off TV.
That's all you got.
Now, you want to call here that, I can give you a row of things not to
It's
say.
a row of things.
But Whoopi hosted it several times. Billy Crystal, of course.
Ellen.
Chris Rock, Ellen. Yeah.
Ellen was outstanding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jimmy
all
Kimmel.
of them. Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
Yeah, all of them who hosted it. Really good. So,
Yep.
congratulations, Kevin Hart. That's just awesome.
Good stuff.
It really
Kicking
is.
down doors.
Yeah. All right.
You know
so,
how bad I'd be at the damn Oscars? I wouldn't know nobody.
huh?
You know how bad I'd be at the Oscars? I don't know nobody.
Oh yeah.
You don't know the nominees.
Man.
And
Yeah,
Nominees.
somebody be in your ear, though, dog. You be straight. Somebody
Man,
be in your
they
ear.
had walked me through that. Ladies and gentlemen, Meryl Streep. See that Jane Fonda. Well, Rhoda from the. No, I said Jane Fonda. Oh, I thought you said Rhonda.
You got Rhoda out of Rhonda.
Rhoda. And they maybe we spelled it wrong. Rhoda. No,
Yeah, we would. No.
Yeah. No. Again, Kevin Hart will be hosting the Oscars.
Be some black people you ain't
See,
know.
there's a Henry Winkle sitting over there.
Yeah.
You
the
talking about
Fonz.
Happy Days?
Yeah.
I'm going to call the man Happy Days.
All right, Steve, come on. It's time for a headline news.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much, everybody, and good morning. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Well, today's the day. President Trump, all his living White House predecessors, as well as dignitaries from all over the world, all scheduled to attend today's state funeral in Washington, D.C. for number 41, George Herbert Walker Bush. At Washington's National Cathedral, Trump has declared today a national day of mourning. George W. Bush is to eulogize his father, and former Presidents Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and Jimmy Carter are also expected to deliver remarks. However, according to reports, President Trump, who made a lot of not-so-nice comments about the Bushes during his White House campaign, has not been asked to speak. Tomorrow, a memorial service to take place in College Station, Texas, at President Bush's presidential library, where he's also to be laid to rest alongside his late wife, Barbara, and a daughter. The Attorney General of Maryland and the District of Columbia is suing to gain access to documents pertaining to the Trump Hotel, which is in the old post office building near the White House. It's apparently become the place to stay for not only the president's allies, but for some foreign diplomats as well. And the lawsuit says the situation could very well involve a violation of the Constitution's emollients clause. That prohibits the chief executive from taking gifts from foreign and state governments. Subpoenas have gone out to the Trump companies that own and operate the place, to the Trump Organization's umbrella company, to the trust that Trump allegedly set up to insulate himself from these exact kinds of legal action. So we'll see what happens there. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says he put Russia on notice that it's in violation of Cold War-era arms deal. Pompeo, speaking at a NATO meeting in Brussels yesterday, said if Moscow won't live up to the Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, neither will we.
The United States today declares it has found Russia in material breach of the treaty and will suspend our obligations as a remedy effective in 60 days unless Russia returns to full and verifiable compliance.
The Secretary of State says that our allies in Europe wanted more time for this before the Trump administration actually begins the process of pulling out of the 1987 agreement. But Pompeo told a news conference yesterday that Russia keeps changing its story about what he says is a missile program that is in violation of the arms treaty. And they want it stopped, and they want it in compliance. Sad news, Canadian boxer Adonis Stevenson is reportedly in critical condition after being knocked out in the 11th round of his 10th light heavyweight title defense. At the time, Stevenson, who's 41, was ahead in points against his Ukrainian challenger, who was, by the way, 10 years younger, on two of the judges' cards, then tied with the other. Stevenson was taken from the ring on a stretcher. His challenger, who was 10 years younger, as I said, took the title. AT&T has launched a TV alternative to Netflix. The former First Lady's book, Becoming, is tops on the New York Times bestseller list right now. And today, finally, International Ninja Day. This has been Ann Tripp with the news. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, The View co-host Joy Behar and Meghan McCain argued on air during the show's tribute to late President George H.W. Bush. Meghan McCain didn't like that Joy Behar threw shade at Donald Trump during the segment, saying the focus should be kept on the late former president. Take a listen. Here it is.
This president that we have now is trying to unravel everything that he did and Obama did. And if I ever become a one-issue voter, it will be about pollution and the greenhouse effect and
Can
the
we
fact
focus
that
on the president, please? I don't want to talk about Trump when
I do
we're
for
in
a
the moment
second.
of we're honoring a great president
Excuse me a
who's
second,
passed.
please. I want to talk about
But we're
different...
honoring, but I'm not interested in your one issue
I don't
voter
care
when our
what you're
president just
interested in.
passed.
I'm talking.
Well, I don't care
You
what
know
you're
what?
interested in
We'll be
either,
right back.
boy.
Oh, hell.
Whoa.
Oh, hell. What happened when we came
that's
back?
been building. I know when something been building.
Yeah,
that's been building.
stacking up.
Yeah, she
I
interrupted
got all
her.
my money on Joe Barrett.
Joy, yeah.
Joy, I got
yeah.
my money. Because you come over there, I'm telling you.
Okay,
Scott.
so Joy Behar was talking. Megan interrupted her.
Right.
To get back on track to talk about George H.W. Bush, but she still shouldn't have interrupted her. She could have said something after Joy Behar finished if she felt that strongly,
person
right?
What to talk about on a panel show.
Right, absolutely, Steve.
And like Junior said, this been building.
Yeah, this been built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've had some
Joy
issues.
been on that alone.
Ain't nobody fighting over the
Well,
president.
she was on there the
This-
long time. She
yeah.
left and then she came back. Yeah. Yeah.
She was-
Okay, so.
But what happened when we came back?
Oh, okay. So, according to some reports, the fight reportedly continued. It got even more heated once Whoopi cut to commercial, as we heard.
That's what we want to hear, that part.
Well, their mics were cut off, so the audience couldn't hear. Joy Behar apparently continued to rant to producers, threatening to quit if they didn't, quote, get this bee under control. Whoa.
No, that's right.
All right, Joy.
Let's say it.
Take a little time, enjoy the view.
Okay.
Woo, I would have been sitting right there with popcorn.
Wow.
Well, the audience got it that day, huh?
Well, their mics were off. They
Oh, you
said.
can you can read them
Yeah,
lips, though.
Yeah, and you could feel the heat if it's really,
Okay.
What, Steve?
I had to catch myself.
What?
I forgot we was on the air. I was finna make a real off-air comment.
We're
I just
on
said,
air.
you know what?
Yeah.
They show talking in a certain tone. We must be on the air. This ain't a commercial. I was going to say something so crazy.
So glad.
Thank you, Lord, man.
You realize we're still alive. Yes.
Lord, I was going to say something crazy, though.
You must really was about to go there.
Tell us on the commercial. Coming up next at 34 after the hour, some political news. Former Vice President Joe Biden says he is the most qualified person to be president. Woo, so is he running? Is he running?
Joe.
Is he running? Is he running?
Get in here, Joe.
And special counsel Robert Mueller said he is putting his puzzle together. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
During a stop for his book tour in Montana, former Vice President Joe Biden discussed his 2020 prospects, saying he believes that he is the most qualified person to be president, noting a decision is coming in the next 2 months. Guys, what do you think? Former Vice President
I want it.
President Joe Biden?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
bring it.
He is the most qualified. He has the most experience. I mean, he's been a,
Well,
what,
we
a
know
senator?
we ain't got none.
Yeah, he's been a senator, all that. Yeah,
The
vice
one that's
president.
in there now.
Yeah.
Man.
And he looked good. I saw him when he made that statement. He looked very good, very healthy, very fit, smiling, confident, all the things you need in a presidential candidate.
Yeah.
And
They say he's going to talk with his family and make
Yeah.
a decision.
He's 76,
And
too.
we need to just run him. Damn this voting and all this here. Just him.
we don't need nobody else.
Yeah.
Get behind it.
Want nobody running? They ain't got no damn money.
Yeah. Come on, Democrats. Stick
Reggie
together on this
Patterson.
one.
Who is that? You ain't got no money to run for president.
Reggie
I'm gonna turn in my 401k, Steve. The boy, leave your 401k
Reggie
alone.
Patterson.
And you know, Kamala Harris, Senator Kamala Harris says
Yes,
she's
from
going to make a decision from California. Yeah, she's going to make a decision over the holidays whether or not she's going to run.
Come on,
Yeah, but-
sister.
Yeah, she's a Democrat as
woman.
well.
Yes.
Yeah. So she said she's going to make a decision.
I
Yeah.
like her.
I like her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know really who want the job. Not
It's a tough
president.
one.
It's too hard.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You see how they look when they go in and when they come out.
It's
they go
different.
in
They
with
be
black
great.
hair. They come
Yeah.
out with white hair.
It's soft.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
It's
stress.
the most stressful job.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Well, yeah, you're the leader of the free world.
And it
Yeah.
started with George Washington. He was the first one with white hair. Whatever problems they was having back then, it was tough.
But well, they still got them now.
They didn't have these kinds of problems.
They wore them bangs and ponytails
Yeah, and wooden teeth.
and them real curls.
Yeah. And them rosy
Them
red cheeks.
justices of peace had their hair go all the way down.
With freeze curls.
Man,
How
they
they get them
extended
wooden
pineapples.
Well, so we'll see, you know, whether or not, but that's quite a statement to make if you're not thinking about running. That's for sure, that he's the most qualified person to be president. If you're not thinking about running for president, why would you say that?
Biden the man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, in other political news, special counsel Robert Mueller's office says that President Trump's former national security advisor, Michael Flynn's cooperation was substantial, and Mueller is recommending to the judge no prison time for Flynn in regards to the ongoing investigation into Russia meddling in the 2016 election.
So ain't nobody going to jail now?
So if you recall,
Michael
yeah,
Flynn.
yeah.
Michael Flynn.
Flynn
He's recommended-
pleaded guilty for lying to the FBI. You remember that back in, yeah.
So he helped out so much they don't even want him to go to jail now.
Yeah, no
That's
jail
what that
time.
means. So everybody else need to get their story straight.
Yeah, no
Okay.
jail
That's what it
time.
sounds
Oh,
like
he
to
told
me.
the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told a
You
lie.
know
Yeah.
it.
Sounds like they really had a lot on him too, so he had to tell the truth on
Talked for 3 straight days.
Uh-huh.
Y'all got some more popcorn back there? Because I got some more.
Well, you gotta pay attention to who picked him.
Right.
So if he got a lot to tell,
Yep.
he
That's
got a
something
lot
to
to
tell.
tell about
Yeah.
you know what.
Yeah, he was the one that started the whole "lock her up" chant.
Michael Flynn.
Michael Flynn. Uh-huh.
Bet he don't say that no more.
Right.
Let
Lock
her go
up.
like, let her go.
You're talking about Hillary. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think
Quite
there's more to
interesting.
come with this.
Yeah, and they're getting close. It seems like they're getting close, to a
Mueller.
resolution. Yeah, Mueller and his whole investigative team getting close to a resolution in all of this because it's been almost 2 years now. So,
Putting it together. It sounds
yeah. He's got a lot of stuff to go on for sure.
We want to know if that president knew about that meeting up there in that tower. That seems to be a serious problem. Somebody need to know. If he
and
was at that
son-in-law
meeting.
Jared Kushner, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he gonna pardon all of them.
The president.
He's not. His kids are not going to no jail.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll pardon them so fast.
Yeah.
I think we all would do that. I think we all would do that.
Ain't no need to get mad. You ain't taking my kid away, and I give him a pardon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All right. Up next, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, guys, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, one big happy family or nothing at all. But right now, the nephew's in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got, Neff?
Bring my breast back.
Hey, what?
Look at me when I'm talking to you. Bring my breast back.
Wow. Talking about
What
chicken?
are you talking about, nephew?
We ain't talking about no chicken. If I done bought you some breasts and we break up, them still my breasts.
You're stupid.
Bring my breast back.
You're stupid for real.
Run it.
Hello? I'm trying to reach Oliver. Yeah, this him. Hey, you married? You engaged to Madison, right? Yes, I am. There's a problem with it or something? What's up? No. My name is Ricky, man. Have you heard about her last person that she was engaged to? Well, she kind of spoke briefly about you. Okay, but you know what, man? First of all, let me just say this. Congratulations, okay? Let me be the first to say that. Congratulations for y'all getting engaged, and I hope it worked with y'all. Okay. Okay. Here's why I call. We got a situation at hand that we kind of need to clear up between you and I. So, okay. What is it? Me and you got a little conversation we need to have about property. Well, we talking about property. What property? The property we live in? What are you talking about? This is my property. Okay, no, I'm not talking about your house or nothing like that. Oh, okay. I got some property over there that belong to me, and I'm trying to figure out how we can rectify the problem. Well, I'm quite sure if it's something I can pack up or whatever, you can come get it. I have no problem. What do you have over here in my house that's yours? Okay, the actual breast that she had belonged to me. The breast? Her breast. I bought her some breast implants. Man, I ain't know nothing about no breast implants. Okay, you may not know nothing about it, but the bottom line is I spent $10,000 on some breast implants, and I want my property back. Buddy, man. No, man, you're not getting back. What are you talking about, breast implant? I ain't know nothing about that, man. Hey, man, I understand you're not knowing about it, but I'm calling you like a man explaining it to you, and I'm trying to let you know. You know, I bought her some breast implants. Now, that's my property. Now, just like when it don't work out with an engagement don't work out, you want your ring back. Well, I want my breast back. Oh, no, man. If you had gave her a ring, you can get that back, but man, what do you, I mean, come on, man, you ain't get back. Hey, man, I'm getting them back, or I'm going to be over there every other week being happy with what I done bought. No, that ain't what's going to happen. No, little brother, that ain't going to happen there. I don't know what you're calling for. About $10,000, the breast implants, you ain't getting. You come over here if you want to. When you with somebody, when you lose them, you lose every damn thing you paid for. So if you bought her some, your dumb should have bought the when you got married. You know what I'm saying? You should have waited, then bought the damn. So them mine. I'm going to be over here. That's what I'm going to do with your breast implants. So your money was well spent. You ain't getting back. Move on in your life. Hey, man, you don't tell me when I'm supposed to buy something. I buy something when I feel like it. But the bottom line is them breasts belong to me. Now, we're going to work. No. Somebody going to pay me $10,000 one way or the other. Oh, no, you ain't getting nothing back here, man. You got to move on with your life, man. When y'all broke up, y'all wasn't together no more. The left with her. She walked away with him, man. That's it. That's over. I'm sorry. Hey, let me say something to you, man. I'm coming over there and have a conversation with Madison about this, because that's who evidently I need to talk to. No, you're not talking to nobody over here. You're talking to me like you say, man to man. I'm letting you know, man, you're lost. You're lost, man. You don't get nothing. How you even get my number? Let me get your number so I can call you back when she on her way home. My number on the breast. Your number on the breast, $10,000. That's your number. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it, and I'm going to look at it every day, because you ain't getting nothing back, brother. Them mine. You're lost, man. It's over. Let me ask you this, man. Have you even bought the ring from Madison yet? Yeah, I bought the ring. That's what you do when you get engaged. I paid. The ring is bought, brother. Why you worried about my ring? How much the ring cost? About $8,000-$9,000. That's a nice ring. See that? The breast costs more than the damn ring. You're a cheap little man. Man, you, man. I mean, I done bought the ring. You talking about, look, dude, she gone. Them breasts ain't yours no more, man. You don't get back here. If it was a ring, a pair of shoes or something, I'd give you that back. So what now? What now? Hey, man, all I'm going to say is this here. I'm going to come over there and have a conversation with Madison about my breast, because the breast belongs to me. You're not coming over here and getting nothing. She ain't even here, but you can bring your over here. You come over here with your chest pushed out, I'm going to push it back in for your brother. Them gone. I got 2 breasts over there. Each of them is $5,000, and I want both of them. Man, look, you ain't getting man, who the is you? You call every ex-girlfriend you break up with wanting back? I call the ones that I done bought breasts for. Thank you. That's a good damn wedding gift, I guess. Hey, man, don't. Let me tell you something. Don't you touch my damn breast. You hear me? Man, look here, man. I don't know who the hell, man. How you can get on my line, man? Who is this? I'm the person that owned the breast. Do you know who this is? Man, you don't own nothing over here, man. You done took a loss on there, brother. You done took a straight loss on there, man. You got me up, partner. Who the is this, man? You done lost your mind calling my phone. I'm finna tell you right now who this is, partner. Yeah, well, who is this? This is Nephew Tommy, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your girl Madison got me to prank phone call you. Oh, man, you ain't. That's cold. Boy, you cold, man. Ain't somebody, but tell me this is it. They real, are they? How the hell I know? Oliver, you're supposed to know what you marry. I don't know if they. Why you asking me if they real? I don't know. I'm still, but you bought some. Man, you still got me messed up. Real off fake, you sound like you have. Boy, y'all cold, man. Y'all need to stop that, man. But I listened to you, and last people you got, I laughed my off. I never thought I'd get got. Hey, Oliver, what's the baddest radio show, man? Steve Harvey Morning Show. That's the truth. You got me good, man. You got me good, man.
So I'm the only one been in a breast situation. Is that what we saying?
Yeah. Plastic surgery and all that.
You
want them back?
Yeah. You know how much breast is?
Yeah, but
Do you know how much breast?
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
no, I'm lovely, actually. I'm good.
Okay. I'm just trying to tell you, do you know how much they cost?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Okay.
It's expensive.
But she's not going to give them back to you, so forget all that.
I'm just saying, I want them back.
You can want them all you want.
All right, I'm back in the food this Saturday night, y'all. I'm in Detroit, Michigan at the Fox Theater. I'm at the Fox Theater. And Junior, would you help me out? Lavelle Crawford will be there.
Yeah. And then you also got Dominique on the show.
Mm-hmm. Earthquake is on the show.
Rod Man on the show.
Mm-hmm. And John Pops Witherspoon. Bang, bang, bang. You have to coordinate all that.
Yeah, all that.
That's an all-star comedy festival. This Saturday night at the Fox Theater. Tickets on sale right now and all Ticketmaster outlets. Get your tickets and come watch the All-Star Comedy Festival hosted by yours truly.
Now, Junior, will you help the rest of us out and do Tommy, please?
So we can laugh. Huh? What?
Come on.
I'm the only one that never had a breast situation. Come on, boy. Huh? How was it? What?
Boy, you
Come on,
was
get
everything.
Get him.
Boy, I couldn't believe it.
I can't hear you.
You is masterful.
What?
It is masterful what you do.
Shirley Cole, I don't hear y'all.
Hey, you were good. Ooh, you were good.
Huh? Much. Because stupidity come around once a year.
That's what I live for. I live for it.
Give Carl a life. You do Tommy better than Tommy does Tommy.
You come out to pray, he's going to ask you a question. Get ready for that.
Yeah.
Huh? I'm the only one. I ain't I'm the only one.
Yes, you
Someone
are.
want me to breast
I'm
situation.
answer. Yes, you're the only
Start
one.
with that. Then you got to go with, come on, wasn't that everything? Huh?
Yeah, man.
Huh? Wasn't that everything? What? King of praise, ain't it? That's what I do. I'm king of praise. Huh? Yeah, how y'all don't see this? That's on us now.
Boy, you the best.
How y'all don't see this?
I don't see how they
Listen to
can't.
Steve.
Just egging them on.
I don't even see how they can't.
How y'all
see
don't
that.
notice all this greatness over here? Yeah, this all this greatness.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
it
nephew.
might be
Thank
because
you,
you're
Junior,
short.
as nephew. Coming up, as we mentioned, the Strawberry Letter subject, one big happy family or nothing at all. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. If you need advice on relationships, on dating, on work, on sex, on parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. And we could be reading your letter live on the air and helping you out, just like we're going to do for this person right here.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Strawberry Letter.
All right.
Don't go there.
At all. All right, subject, one big happy family or nothing at all. Dear Steve and Shirley, I've been dating a man for 3 years, and we get along great. We've talked about getting married, but we have to work out a few kinks first. Both of us have teenage kids from previous relationships, and I spend a lot of time with his kids every other weekend. He is always around my kids because I have sole custody of them. We always joke about his kids like hanging out, excuse me. We always joke about how his kids like hanging out with me more than him. If I am doing something for my kids, I include his kids. I buy them gifts for birthdays, Christmas, or just because. I buy them gifts, and there's no separation to me. But over the weekend, I had the strangest conversation with my boyfriend about the kids. He told me that this Christmas, he plans to focus more on his kids and spend quality time with them alone during the holidays. I was shocked to hear this. Over the years, he's been good to my kids, but I do see a difference in how he treats them and how he treats his own kids. My kids love him, so I never make a big deal out of it. The fact that he is trying to make a big distinction between the kids really hurts my feelings. Blended families are tricky, and we've been trying to make it work, but this was a harsh reality check. My kids come first, but I'm able to love his kids as my own. Now I have doubts about marriage. Am I overthinking this? Steve and Shirley, what do you think? No, you are not overthinking anything. I say go with what you see and what you know. Because when people show you, and in this case, tell you who they are, please believe them. I mean, okay, let's look at the facts. This man that you've been with for 3 years told you that this Christmas, he just wants to spend quality time with his kids alone during the holidays. What else do you need to hear? It's the holidays. That's the time when you and your man and the kids, you know, you guys are supposed to spend family time together, not apart. So again, what else is it that you need to hear? I mean, he doesn't want to be with you, and he doesn't want to be with you and your kids for Christmas, okay? In this relationship, you're all in. You are just everything in this relationship. You have accepted his teenage kids. You spend a lot of time with them. You remember their birthdays and other special occasions. You buy them gifts and stuff. He, on the other hand, makes a difference between his kids and your kids. And you're right. In order for a blended family to work, you have to show love to everyone, even if in your heart you love your own kids more. And I think that's pretty normal to feel that way. You have a special bond with your kids. You carried them and all of that. But, you know, you're fair and loving on the outside. But your man is not doing that, and he's not trying to hide it, even though you say your kids love him and you haven't made a big deal out of it. It is a big deal because he sounds like he is checked out of this relationship and on his way out of this relationship. Someone who's thinking of marriage, of marrying you, would not want to be without you on this Christmas, okay? Sounds like he's going to be with someone else. Steve?
Well, Shirley, I have to agree with you. Now, so here we go. This lady been dating this man for 3 years. Everything going great, talked about getting married, but they need to work out some kinks. You know, both of them got kids. He spends a lot of time in them. He's always around the kids because she got sole custody of them. And we joke about how his kids like hanging out with me more than him. You know, and then, you know, if I'm doing something for my kids, I include his kids. I buy them gifts for birthdays, Christmas, everything. No separation to me. But over the weekend, we had a little conversation with my boyfriend about the kids. He told me, he said this Christmas, he planning on focusing more on his kids. Spend quality time with them alone during the holidays. I was shocked to hear this. Over the years, he's been good to my kids, but I do see a difference in how he treats them and how he treats his own kids. My kids love him, so I never made a big deal out of it. The fact that he's trying to make a big distinction between the kids really hurt my feelings. Blended families are tricky, yes they are, and I've been trying to make it work, but this was a harsh reality check. My kids come first, but I'm able to love his kids as my own. Now I have doubts about marriage. I'm overthinking this. I think you all got to sit down and have a conversation. Something is happening where he's feeling like he's obviously not paying close enough attention to his own kids, so he decided this year he gonna spend times with his kids alone. Somebody that said something to him. He didn't come to this conclusion on his own. Somebody said something to him.
What do you mean, Steve?
Somebody said, you know what? The kids feel like you just treat everybody better than them. They come over there and they feel like your stepchildren. Somebody fed this information to him, or one of the kids said something to him. That's the only reason for he to suddenly go like this. So he's trying to prove that that's not true. So he gonna be spending a lot of time with just his kids alone.
On Christmas? And he's been with her for 3 years? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how he think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
He better not say that to nobody and then lay down.
He finna mess them kids up.
And then lay down.
He can't go to sleep in that house.
You can't make that statement and then go get in the bed.
And start snoring. No, that's been being a temp on your life. You probably need to wake up.
But that was kind of cold, though. I mean,
Yeah, it was.
he plans to focus more on his kids and spend quality time with them alone during the holidays?
Partner, that ain't how this works.
No.
And you said this out loud, too.
All right, Steve, well, hang on. Part 2 of your answer is coming up. We'll take a short break here and come back at 23 after the hour. Subject, one big happy family or nothing at all, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, this letter is crazy. Let's recap. Subject, one big happy family or nothing at all.
Well, it look like nothing at all because he want to spend this holiday with his kids. Spend more time with his kids alone.
That's crazy.
Tired of making your kids have happy Christmases. And my kids over here with their lips stuck out. Now, we're not going to do that this year. And Shirley, I want you to be the wife asking me why we can't have this Christmas together. And you're going to be repeatedly keep asking me about this Christmas. And I'm going to keep giving you different reasons.
Okay. Well, honey, I'm so happy the holidays are here. I can't wait to spend Christmas with you.
Well, you know, I wish I could say the same.
Well, what do you mean? We are spending it together, aren't we?
Well, you know, we're going to spend it together, but it's going to be separate.
But separate is not together, honey. We're going to spend Christmas together, right? You, me, and the kids?
Hey, look, you need to keep saying the word together. I'm just telling you.
All right, we're going to spend it together, right?
We're going to be together, but it's going to be separate.
I want to spend it together. You know, you, me, the kids, us.
Well,
hold
on. What kids you talking about?
I'm talking about our kids, my kids and your kids.
No. See, your kids is your kids. My kid, me and my kids, gonna spend this holiday together and alone.
But honey, we're together. You know, we've been dating for 3 years now.
See,
and
all this important to you.
Yes, and I thought it was important to you that we be together.
But not like this, though. You talking about all the time?
I'm talking about during the holidays. Yes, honey. I've planned stuff. I've cooked. I've invited people over. All of that. One big happy family.
Well, I don't, baby. Damn. You don't ask me nothing.
Well, we've been together for 3 years. It's kind of a given that we spend the holidays together.
Yeah, but you ain't like did nothing special for the holidays. I've been out here lining people up so we can make our move.
Make our move? I thought we were going to just be together. We put the Christmas tree up and did the decorations and everything.
Who all helped put the Christmas tree up? Just let me ask you this here.
Well, the kids, yeah.
Ain't nobody help but the tall kids.
You don't know their name?
Always got to be by somebody.
Because the little ass kid couldn't help out. So we ain't nobody help but the tall kid.
Excuse me, aside. There's an aside, honey. What did you say, nephew?
It's always about height, though.
With
Even
him?
in the letter, it's about height. But go on.
He don't know their names, though, Tommy.
But the shop kids, what is they doing?
I don't know what the shop kids, they put all the ornaments on the bottom of the tree, and they put the skirt around it. And they waters it. Them short kids waters it. We got plenty for short people to do around here now. Somebody got to plug it up every night. Yeah, that way you ain't got to bend over. For you, it ain't nothing. Short work ain't nothing for you.
Well, honey, and the tree looks so beautiful. I'm so grateful. And I just wanted to spend it together. You know, you, me, us together and the kids.
Gotta hang these balls on the bottom of that tree, too. I like tree balls at the bottom of the tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ornaments?
Yes.
Yeah, them ornaments. But the balls, though. I don't like Christmas ornaments as others. You know, acorn, Christmas tree, candy cane. I just like balls.
Pine cones on it.
I don't like all that. Little angels don't look like an angel. Ugly, all little ugly figurines.
What about the lights? That makes the tree look so pretty.
Oh,
when
the
it's all
lights?
lit
Yeah,
up.
yeah. You gotta have lights.
That ornament you made at school and brought home.
But it doesn't matter what's on the tree. It's just as long as we're together, honey. And I want to be together for this Christmas.
Well, baby, that ain't what we finna do no more.
Well, why not? I mean, what's the problem?
No, see, you just trying to make this something else.
I'm trying to make this something else.
I done told you
Hey,
we
who you
not finna
hollering
be
at?
together.
Don't holler. Don't
See,
yell.
that's why we don't need to be
I'm
together
right
for
here.
this
You don't need to yell at me.
Well, obviously
okay?
you can't hear
don't
good,
I
though.
can hear just fine.
See,
okay?
that's why I want to be alone
just can
now.
hear just fine. Well, you can be by yourself, but we gonna be there. How about that? That's alone, and then we're gonna be
You
there.
can't just come up in here and I don't want you.
It's my house too.
Yes, clap back.
What are you talking about?
It's your house.
I don't pay the mortgage and never will, but it's my house.
Uh-oh.
Clap back.
I don't know who told you that.
I told myself that when we first started living together.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to get a restraining order on you.
What? Oh, that works both ways. I can get one on you too, you know. But we're going to be together.
So this ain't California, this Califood. Oh, you trying to do me? Oh.
We're going to be together, whether
you
you
think
want
I'm
to be
Cliff.
or not. Cliff.
What the hell?
What? You do you and I'm going to do you, and then we'll probably have the best Christmas we ever had.
No, I don't think so, honey. It's not going to go down like that.
Baby,
We've
I'm
been together for 3 years. We've always spent Christmas together. We're going to be together this Christmas, whether you like it or not.
Well,
I'm
baby, if we
cooking.
do
I've
it,
invited.
you can cook and invite whoever you want. We ain't going to make it to 4.
That's just wrong.
It's over, man.
We ain't gonna make it till.
Well, do you have someone else?
Do I have someone else?
You heard me. Because why wouldn't you want to spend it with me? You've been spending Christmas with me. All of a sudden.
Oh, so you want 4 Christmases in a row?
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Oh, no. Consistently.
Man.
We'll be together. We're going to be together.
Irregardless.
All right, today's Strawberry Letter. We got to get out of here,
You
Steve.
just a gangster ass.
That's right. If you need advice on relationships and work and sex and all that, just go to Steve Harvey FM. And coming up in 10 minutes, dating a workaholic. Also, we're going to have our Steve Harvey's health and wellness segment.
You have a W problem too, huh, Shirley?
No, I do not. I have a health and wellness problem. Segment problem.
Tommy.
I heard some W's now.
Health and wellness segment. That's what I have. Featuring holistic and wellness health educator, Dr. Roni.
Phew.
That was a lot.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour is Steve Harvey's health and wellness segment. It features holistic and wellness health educator, Dr. Roni. All right, we love her. But right now, dating a workaholic. There's a theory that dating someone who's addicted to their job just as bad as dating someone who is addicted to a substance, Steve. So I got to ask you, can you be in a healthy relationship with someone who is addicted to their job? Or can two people who are each addicted to their own job have a healthy relationship with each other? That is the question.
Mm-hmm. Addicted is a tough word, but
yeah, it is.
If you are addicted to your job, any addiction is a problem. Mm-hmm. It means you're doing something in excess and you can't seem to control it.
Right. You keep going back.
So you could control it, but if you think you're trapped in it. So it's a lot of ways around this thing. What would you do, Junior?
You just threw it to Junior.
Wow.
I'm sitting here looking at you. You just staring at me talking.
Yeah.
Well, what do you see in this, Junior?
I see it can work. It can work. You know, if two people are addicted to their jobs, you know, if you love doing what you do, you know, I mean, I love my jobs.
But isn't it a time issue, though? Yeah. I mean, if you're addicted to your job, do you have time to spend
time out
with each other? Yeah.
Well, if both of you is addicted, has to be a mutual time, you know, that you agree upon
to kick it.
And it probably ain't going to be long.
Yeah, I don't see this working.
30 minutes.
I don't see this working because your job comes first. You won't. You don't put the other person first.
Could you be here's my question, ladies. Could you be in a relationship with a man who was addicted to you?
Oh. Why not? I love it.
Ain't that the goal?
Yeah. Be addicted to me. Yes.
Be all
all
over
in.
me.
Yes. Yes.
What you mean, Steve?
Just get on your nerves like every time they do something, he right
smothering
there
you.
Mm-hmm. Turn around, smothering.
Well, I'm using the word addiction in the harshest way. Because like I said, addiction is a tough word.
It is.
So the question is, how would you like to be in a relationship with a man that was addicted to you? Now, this might sound good, be all over me, but I mean everywhere.
But Steve, he has to have time. I mean, he has to have
why
time
you in
to
the
work.
bathroom?
He outside the door talking.
Yeah, he right there at the door talking.
No, everyone needs me time.
In the hallway, leaning up against the door.
Everyone needs alone time and me time. Even if you're in a relationship and you're very close and all of that, you still need your me time.
Yeah, you want to hear that every day.
Yeah.
She in the toilet.
Yeah. Baby, it's paper in there, ain't it? Okay.
You all right in there?
I'm just checking, baby. I want my baby to
you want me to give you some water while you using it?
That would get on my nerves. That would get on my nerves.
Baby, what you had for lunch today?
Huh, you want some water?
No, that would get on my nerves.
Or you in the kitchen cooking and he's sitting on the countertop talking to you while you trying to cook.
That's garlic salt or garlic powder. Which one that is?
Both.
Both. But steady rubbing on
rubbing
you.
On you.
Fix this.
Yeah, there is a thing called too much. I see. Yeah, what you're saying.
I'm going to go to the stove. Well, let me get in on the other side. You know, hold on.
You need some time to yourself. Everyone needs.
You want me to floss you, baby, when you get to bed?
Floss my teeth.
I'll floss you, baby, if you need me to floss.
No, I'm good.
I'm not worried about that. I'll floss my baby.
I don't need help with you flossing my teeth.
You go to work. Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. So the workaholic. Yeah. Because I know that I have a girlfriend that she says she complains because her man works all the time. And I'm like.
It's got to be a healthy balance.
If you can't make it to the salon, I'll shampoo you.
My family, they did what they thought was an intervention on me to talk to me about the hours I work and I need to slow down.
Yeah.
And I agree with them.
And so do we.
Yeah, we do.
But
too.
I ask them all the time, though, what's y'all's payment plan for all this here?
What's y'all's payment plan for all this?
Yeah, I mean, y'all over in here just steady opening up bottles of water, ain't putting your initials. I done put a magic marker in the water drawer. So everybody can label their water when they come over.
Okay.
Because I can't stand at the end of the night, I look in there and it's 14 bottles of half-drink Fiji.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting up in there going, okay.
Yeah.
Now, you know, in here, well, if this was your house, you wouldn't let no 14 half-open bottles
your name on your
sitting
water.
around. Put your name on your damn bottle with that magic mark I put in there.
But there comes a point when, are you working because you have to work, or are you working because you just love what you do too?
It's a combination. My son said something that was really moving to me in Abu Dhabi. And it kind of really made me feel really good because it let me know he was thinking about his dad. So I was talking to this wealthy guy. He was from Kershney or somewhere like that.
I don't know what that is, but go ahead.
And me either. A really nice guy.
I don't remember you talking.
He said, Steve, what are you going to do now? I said, man, I want to be a billionaire. He said, for what? What do you need it for? He said, name something that you can do with $1 billion that you can't do right now. You live in nice homes, you fly private, you own cars you want, you dress how you want. What can you do anymore with $1 billion that you can't do now? My son went and looked at him and said, nothing. My dad just wants to do nothing.
He said, my dad just wants to do
My
what?
dad just wants to do nothing. And with $1 billion, he can go do nothing.
Yeah.
And I love to see my dad smile like he do when he ain't doing nothing.
Aw.
That's great, man.
And that was the coolest thing for me, man, that he gets it. He know what I'm trying to do. I don't need $1 billion not to do nothing, though, trust me. I got to do nothing as number.
Okay. All right, coming up at the top of the hour, Steve's health and wellness segment with wellness and holistic health educator, Dr. Roni, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody, here we go. Welcome back to the show. It's time for my brand new health and wellness segment, where I'm going to be featuring several people to help us get it together, health and wellness. She's a friend of mine and has been my holistic practitioner or doctor for years now. She's privately counseled individuals, celebrities, business elite. She's the founder of Martha Vineyard's Holistic Retreat, and she was the author of New York Times best-selling book, 21 Pounds in 21 Days, The Martha Vineyard Diet Detox, which has brought mainstream America to start detoxing for health conditions. Please welcome to the show, everybody, Dr. Roni.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Roni.
Hello.
Well,
Good
Dr.
morning.
Roni, let me introduce you to everybody. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, you know I've been doing this for over 30 years. I don't need to tell you how old I am, but I am excited to do this because basically all my life I've been helping individuals around the country to get healthy, whether it's weight loss, whether it's cancer care, whether it's lupus, arthritis, it doesn't matter. My background is chronic illness. But what's exciting about my background, getting people healthy is my lifestyle. I've always been doing that from the time that I started as a nurse over 40 years ago. My basic background, who I am as a person, is helping people all around the country to get healthy. And people think that's a hard job, but it's not a hard job for me because it's my passion. I wake up and think health. I wake up and think about who am I going to help today? If I don't help somebody in the day, then that means I'm sick. Y'all better call 911.
Well,
So, you know,
Dr. Rod, yeah, see, that's the type of thing people need to know. And she's helped me immensely. All types of, we've done herbs. It's always a holistic approach. She doesn't give me anything that's, not holistic, not her. She doesn't do it. And just been a tremendous help to me. Let's get to it. Today you want to talk about holiday eating. Now, holiday eating lies that we tell ourselves. When you say we tell ourselves holiday eating lies, Dr. Roni, what are you talking about?
Ooh, you have no idea. And I get approached every single year with the same lies. And I'm like, come on, this is like 30 years you're telling me this. Some of the most, amazing lies. Like, for an example, this is a favorite one. I only eat 1,000 calories. If I do that, then I'm not going to gain weight. Oh, here's another one. Do you know that people think that if they just drink water and all day long and not eat, that they're not going to gain weight? Every single year I get one. I'm going to just drink water. I'm not going to eat all that fattening food. And it's just a rebound effect. Another one is, this is a favorite one this year. I will just only eat meat, and I'm going to do the keto diet, and I'm not going to gain any weight for the holidays. And my other favorite is, oh my goodness, this one is unbelievable. I'm going to take a laxative every day, Dr. Ronnie. And if I take this laxative tea, I won't gain any weight. You know, I'm not getting, it's like unbelievable. And I said, oh my, please don't tell me that. You told me that last year. Every single year you gain more weight. And it's just become so amazing to me. And the other one is, you know what? If I just eat a little bit of every single thing, I won't gain any weight this year.
That's what
And my other one is, I'm just overweight because of my genes. My entire family's overweight. You know, there's nothing I can do. That's just who I am as a person. I'm never going to lose weight. So my friend told me not too long ago she's going to wear a girdle. So she wears a girdle, but they don't call it girdles. I'm sorry. They call it waist trainers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
waist trainer.
right.
I'm going to put on the waist trainer, but she actually said girdle. And she said, I'm going to tighten my stomach up really tight, and I won't gain any weight this year. And she really believes that's going to work. So it's shocking.
I mean, you're going over it, and you're so right, because how many times we've all heard these right here. But let's talk about what you've always talked to me about. Let's talk about sugar.
It's a lifestyle. You know, the American Heart Association says that we should eat 25 grams of sugar a day, no more than that. But the average American eats 100 grams of sugar a day. And what that does to your liver and your pancreas, it overwhelms your pancreas so that it doesn't work, you know, because the pancreas is responsible for producing insulin, and the insulin is supposed to go in there and use the sugar for energy. Well, it's just too much sugar. So therefore, sugar spills over in your bloodstream, and you know what happens when you have too much sugar? You feel horrible. You can't even finish your entire day of work. You feel depressed, you feel hungry, your brain fog, all of these symptoms that you have because you're eating too much sugar. And that's why when you go on a detox and you detox from sugar, all of a sudden you get all this energy. But you don't put two and two together, because then again, next month you do the exact same thing. It's like a vicious cycle, because sugar actually makes you crave sugar. So if you try it, just get off of sugar for a while. Just go on to some, moderate protein, some vegetables, but you got to stay with, complex carbs. Don't start eating, people say, well, I do carbs, but I eat healthy carbs. And they don't even know what healthy carbs are anymore, because healthy carbs are basically complex, or greens and most vegetables. We're not talking about fruit, bread, and what do you call those, biscuits and all of that stuff. You got to really stay with complex carbs. So a lot of people feel better when they detox off of sugar, but then they have this rebound effect where they absolutely crash. And that's because they're not doing it right. It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. There's hundreds of diets out there, and you already know that with all these diets, people are still overweight. Why? Because the body wants one thing from you, and the body don't even want food anymore, because we don't really know what food is. And all the time I tell people, this is the craziest thing. Okay, your immune system wants coenzyme Q10. Your cells want iron and magnesium. Your heart wants B vitamins. Your prostate wants selenium. You see what I'm getting at? Your healthy blood vessels want vitamin E. If I go on and on and on, I'll have like a list of 30 to 40 things that our body needs and it's not getting it. Because what we think is if we just have one thing that we're going to get healthy, when our body wants a complex of nutrients. There's over 100 nutrients that our body requires. Why we keep thinking that one thing's going to do it, like vitamin D. Everybody tells me, but I'm taking vitamin D.
Okay.
Isn't that healthy for me?
Hold on right there, Dr. Ronnie. Stay right there. We'll be right back, because we want to hear it. I want to ask the one question that everybody's wondering about. What promote fat burning?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hang on. We'll be right back with that. Get ready, y'all. It ain't going to be nothing.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, y'all, we back with Dr. Ronnie. And Dr. Ronnie's been going over a bunch of the myths and lies that we tell ourselves over the holiday eating. When we left, I was asking her, what foods promote fat burning? So, Dr. Ronnie, if you would say to me, Steve, these are the foods you could eat that would promote fat burning, what would you say to that?
Well, first of all, I love almonds and almond milk. I love salmon, beans, and there's a lot of great spices that you could put in your food if you don't want to. I mean, you hear people saying, "Well, I'm just sick of eating vegetables all the time." But it's not only vegetables, protein and vegetables. And then there's also, of course, we know about the fat burning grapefruit, but also, do you know that berries is another fat burner? And also, all the citrus fruits are a fat burner. But mostly, if you give your body protein, quality protein with greens, it helps you burn fat. Here's the spices that I love. Cinnamon is a great fat burner. Turmeric is another one. Ginger's another one. Cayenne pepper and ginseng and bean extract. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, I'm going to pour a whole lot of spices in my food and that should burn fat. I know somebody did it. They put a whole bunch of cayenne pepper thinking that was going to burn fat, and all they were doing was burning their intestines up. So you got to be, literally, you got to be careful. You just can't take one food and expect to make a miracle, because basically everything has to make sense. Like right before break, I was going on all these nutrients that you need to make a body healthy. It's not just one thing. It's a complex of over 100 nutrients. You need 14 vitamins that are essential, 14 minerals that are essential, 20 amino acids. All of these things create health and the repair of the body.
Okay, now, Dr. Roni, these things that you're saying our body needs, you were telling me you have a product that has all these nutrients in it?
Today, they have some of the most innovative treatments and products out there. Knowledge is power all day long. So today, they have this food. You can do a protein shake with over 100 nutrients in it. You can actually, it's called blends. It's amazing, and I do it all the time. I looked at myself in the mirror one day and it almost scared me. I mean, literally, it is changing the way I look. And the other thing that it's doing, I don't have that ADD feeling anymore. I feel completely calm, because I could be at my desk and I could be doing 5 or 6 different things, and I forgot what the first thing was that I was working on. Yeah. Now I can sit at my desk and I can attend to one task and finish it and complete it. And I know for a fact it's because of the food blends. And you know what I call it? I call it nutrients. The body wants nutrients for you. It's almost as if I opened up a package of vitamins and minerals, but it's like gravy, and I mix some water with it and I'll pour it on my food. Or I can open up another package and I can put it in my soup. But what I really like are the protein drinks, because it has everything in it. Have almost 20-something different essential fatty acids. And so what I call it is a food bar. I'll grab a food nutrient-dense bar and put it in my purse and keep on going. And I'm never hungry. Because, like I said earlier, the body's not looking for food, it's looking for nutrients.
Okay.
We got to retrain our brain what food is.
Okay, so Dr. Roni, now you're going to be on Facebook Live. What day are you on Facebook Live?
I'm on Facebook Live every Wednesday.
Every
That's
Wednesday.
Right. Gonna be on it today.
At what time?
At 9:15, starting next week.
When they look you up on Facebook, how do they
find you?
You go to steveharveyhealthandwellness.com.
Okay.
From your Facebook app, you go to Steve Harvey Health and Wellness and you look for the group.
All right. Well, Dr. Roni, we want to thank you so much with just imparting all this interesting and wonderful health and wellness information to us. We appreciate you. Stay healthy. Have a good holidays. And we want to thank you.
Water and take your enzymes.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Roni. We appreciate you so much.
Roni, we'll see you soon.
Coming up, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, it has been confirmed on Instagram. Kevin Hart says he's hosting the 2019 Academy Awards in February. Kevin shared a photo of the iconic gold statue with a special message to his fans on the IG. For years, I've been asked if I would ever host the Oscars, and my answer was always the same. I said that it would be the opportunity of a lifetime for me as a comedian, and that it will happen when it's supposed to. That's what Kevin wrote in the caption. Kevin also says, I am so happy to say that the day has finally come for me to host the Oscars. I am blown away simply because this has been a goal on my list for a long time. Kevin went on to say, I appreciate the Academy for the opportunity. Now it's time to rise to the occasion. #Oscars. Yeah,
congratulations,
that is so
baby.
awesome.
That's beyond huge.
It is. It really is.
So major.
That's so major. You don't understand. The Oscars is what this is all about. In their world, this is bigger than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They serious about them Oscars.
Yeah.
And they real serious about who hosts. And that's a real honor to be asked to host that. Glad that ain't on my bucket list. I ain't got to be disappointed.
So it's a long show, and he has time to prepare. Thank God. This is December. Well, not a whole lot, but December, January, February.
Yeah,
He can do it though.
Oh,
he can pull it off.
I
He can
believe
do it.
He definitely
Got an amazing team
Yeah.
of people with it, man. They can be fun.
Yeah, he's gonna be funny. It'll be great. I
He
remember
used
when
to call
Chris
on
Rock.
his friends, legends, Chris Rock, Whoopi
Yeah.
Goldberg, Ellen, all
Chappelle, baby.
Dave Chappelle,
That's who
yeah.
you call.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, you can call him.
Yeah. How about Steve Harvey? Right.
Don't call me. I can't help you with the Oscars.
But you hosted
Get your
big
ass put
live
off TV.
events.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll just try. I can tell you how to not get put off TV.
That's all you got.
You won't call hear that? I can give you a row of things not to say.
A row of things.
But Whoopi hosted it several times. Billy Crystal, of course.
Ellen.
Chris Rock, Ellen. Yeah.
Ellen was outstanding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jimmy
all
Kimmel.
of them. Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All of them who
Just last
hosted it. Really good. So,
Yep.
congratulations, Kevin Hart. That's just awesome.
Good stuff.
It really
Kicking
is.
down doors.
Yeah. All right.
You know
so,
how bad I'd be at the damn Oscars? I wouldn't know nobody.
huh?
You know how bad I'd be at the Oscars? I don't know nobody.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know the nominees.
Man,
And
Yeah,
Nominees.
somebody be in your ear though, dog. You be straight. Somebody
Man,
be in your
they
ear.
had walked me through that. Ladies and gentlemen, Meryl Streep. See that Jane Fonda. Oh, well, Rhoda from the. No, I said Jane Fonda. Oh, I thought you said Rhonda.
You got Rhoda out of Rhonda.
Rhoda. And then maybe we spelled it wrong. But Rhoda. No.
Yeah, we would. No.
Yeah. All right, coming up, it's Steve Harvey and his closing remarks. You don't want to miss it at 49 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, Steve, last break of the day. It's been a great day. What a day, what a day. Yeah, it's been a crazy day today. So, Steve, now it's time for you to take us home with your closing remarks.
My closing remarks today are going to be based around the value of yourself. I think this is important. Tommy sent this to me, a billboard, and it really triggered me to think, and I'm going to share that with you. But it all pertains to the value of yourself. This can pertain to you in terms of reaching your goals, your dreams, or in business. And this is for you to consider in the relationship of love. It is amazing to me how I talk to people and people talk about how they're being treated and handled and represented and dealt with and how they can't seem to get nobody to see their value and their worth. And I'm sitting up here going, wait a minute. You can't try to get someone to see something in you that you don't see in yourself. It starts with you. You've all heard the saying, beauty is on the inside. It's not just skin deep. That's true. Confidence is not an outward emotion. It's something that starts from within. Everything starts from within, and it exudes and manifests itself in the outward shape or form. So if you want people to value you, you must first value yourself. I tell my daughters all the time, you can train a man how to treat you. Well, Daddy, how do you train a man? You just don't accept bad treatment from him. If you don't accept bad treatment from him, little girl of mine, then guess what? He can't keep giving it to you. A person can only treat you the way you allow them to do it. If you don't accept a man coming to pick you up late all the time, but you stop going with him every time he late, the next time he want to go out with you, he got to be on time. Now, if he don't want to be on time, then guess what? You don't go out. You've trained him how to treat you. And if he don't line up with what you want, then guess what? He's not for you. At least you don't have to be mistreated the way he want to treat you by simply not allowing him to treat you any way he wants to. You cannot have high value for yourself and expect someone else to have a high value of you. That goes into same thing with business. You can't go in and ask for a raise if you don't think you deserve one. What would cause you to walk in there and ask for a raise if you don't think you deserve one? If you don't have the facts to back up a raise. You can't want more money just because you done spent all the money you had. You got to go in there and ask for a raise because you can show value to the company. You're worth this much more to the company. The company has become this because of you. Then you can show your value. Then you can go in there with a raise, and you can go in there with some confidence with the raise. It happens with goals and dreams. If you aim too low, your problem is you might hit it. But I'm going to say that for tomorrow. So it's what you think of yourself, how you value yourself, that matters most. Now, let me tell you what was sent to me. And listen to this real careful because this is going to register with a lot of people. Listen to me. If you aren't being treated with love and respect, check your price tag. Maybe you've marked yourself down. It's you who tells people what you're worth. Get off the clearance rack and get behind the glass where they keep the valuables. It's you who tells people what you're worth. Get off the clearance rack and get behind the glass where they keep the valuables. Stop acting like you a sidewalk sale. Stop acting like you can be picked up at the swap meet. Stop acting like you belong in the junkyard. You a new car. Don't act like an old car. I don't care how old you are. To somebody, you got to be a new car. Stop putting yourself on the sales rack when clearly you deserve full price. If you lower the value for yourself, that's what we'll pay for you. And that's how we'll treat you. And that's how we respect. If you don't respect yourself, if I see you constantly disrespecting yourself, then you're going to turn to me and demand respect. How does that work? Be a coat where they got the lock on it. See, you can't take me off the rack and just try me on. That ain't how this works. See, but now you go over there to that valuable section in the store. Everybody been to Macy's. Mm-hmm. You got that stuff where you got to go get a salesperson to come and unlock it for you to even try it on. That's because they done put a value on that. Or you can go on over there and just put the little shirt on. T-shirts ain't locked up. Anybody can get one. If you steal this T-shirt, it ain't that big a loss. They ain't but $4, pack of 3. But you come over here by this suede. Come over here by this fur and stuff. We got locks on this stuff right here because it has value. We know it has value, so we can't just let you try it on. Stop letting people just try you on. You got it? Put a value to yourself. Maintain it. You determine your value. Don't let other people do it. You do it. All right? Those are my closing remarks.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic, baby.
Yeah, we're going to put these on video.
Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate you, pimp. Needed that. But I just need thought starters.
Yeah, you process.
Hey, man, can I tell y'all something?
What's that?
Announcement. Have a great weekend.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.